Hey guys, how are you? Okay, today's video about uh, the reasons behind my new tattoo, and how any sort of life advice that I could sort of pass on. Um, Now, the reason I got this tattoo, of a superb blue wren, is as a kid I was going surfing, and you run down this beach, sandy beach path, and either side you've got like just little bits of bush, little bits of scrub, and out of the corner of my eye I caught this sort of blue flash, and I looked again, and it was this little blue wren, and the sun was hitting it, and it was just its feathers have this iridescent, reflective sort of look, and I just thought, oh, that's the most beautiful sort of bird I've ever seen. They're really little too, and big tail on them, and they're great. They can fly through sticks and brush and things like that. But yeah, they're a tough little bird too. Like, they're a ground-dwelling bird, and yeah, they can defend themselves from rats and cats and all sorts of things. And the females are called Jenny wrens. They're brown with this sort of David Bowie stripe on their eyes and head. And yeah, interestingly, that's only the dominant male that displays the blue plumage. The juvenile males, they'll just have streaks of blue on them, but yeah, they don't change their plumage until they're the dominant male. So yeah, it's quite interesting to they work in families, and yeah, it's very interesting. But after seeing these birds, I just started researching what the hell was that bird that I saw, and I found out that there was a blue wren, and I've just had a long interest in these birds, and where it sort of the life advice comes into it. I was working in real estate, and I'd done a lot of research about these birds, to the point where that bird was the logo of my real estate agency, Grand Real Estate. And what I'd done, I'm dropping leaflets in this street, and there was a creek behind there, and there must have been quite a lot of blue wrens, and there was just blue wrens everywhere. And my mind just went into this state of bliss. I was like, far out. It's like, I'm in the documentary, it was awesome, and it was just a state of bliss that I achieved. So, my advice to people would be, and how you could use it in your life, don't be interested in too many things. Don't spread yourself too thinly. But research the hell out of something if you're interested in it. And an example would be if you're, interested in pyramids, you're in Angkor Wat, or, something like that. Instead of just flying over there and, learning as much as you can over there, research the hell out of it for 6 months. So when you are over there, you can achieve that state of bliss, and, you can get a lot more out of that trip. So I think that the tip is, develop an interest, research, do some study, and then you'll enjoy it even more. Now, what are other reasons I've got that is I've always sort of done a bit of bird watching and pointing the birds out to my kids, and they sort of know what a blue wren is. That's my ringtone. So what I'll do is I'll use the ringtone. We'll go down the beach, and then it's a very defensive bird. So I'll play the ringtone, and then lo and behold, they're out there defending. Now, I can only imagine what's going to happen when, like, I play the ringtone and they see another bird. It's going to be awesome. So that's good. And I also want to strengthen that association that the kids have with the superb blue wren. So then anytime I'm not around and they see that bird, it's just like a little, nature connection with their father, and hopefully that sort of, trips in their mind. Interestingly, where they live, little ground floor, townhouse, and a little garden there, and there's actually blue wrens in there. So, hopefully they think about me, and it's much in the same way I like to associate them with the Manly Sea Eagles, which I'm watching now. But yeah, just those little things. So I just want to strengthen that association. So if I'm ever not around in the future, they've got that, little triggers and things like that. But yeah, maybe they'll develop an appreciation for animals and things like that. But yeah, so that's about it really. What else is going on? Oh yeah, like I'm really getting back into surfing, like, and I've sort of picked my two local breaks here, which is like at the end of the street, it's Taraji, and then just a couple of beaches, north is Bellambi, and then East Corrimal for um, the nor'easters in summer, and apparently that's a really good windsurfing beach. So they're my goals, and that's why unfortunately my kids live 250 kilometres away, and I'm supposed to see them every second weekend, and I drive halfway and pick them up. But yeah, that's why I'm staying here, because they're down in Canberra, and yeah, that's who Manly are playing tonight. Canberra Raiders. Canberra Raiders are probably my second favourite team. It's closely followed by the Illawarra Dragons. I really want to test that, to watch Illawarra play Canberra and see who I support. But yeah, just that's a Swedish background, so we always like the Vikings as well, the Raiders. But yeah, just rambling now. But yeah, that's right. Getting back into surfing. So it's just being a local surfer from Freshwater. The Manly area. People know you. It's you go out to surf, and then you're talking and this, that, and the other. Whereas when I came down to the south coast, you go out to surf and you're just surfing. There's not that, how are you, mate? This, that, and the other. So being anonymous is quite good, but yeah, also being part of the community is very valuable. So I think I'll just sort of keep on surfing and surfing and surfing, and yeah, it's a brain. I think surfing cures everything. It really does. Like, it brings about a, yeah. There's nothing it can't do, I don't think. But I think it's the greatest thing on earth, apart from kids. And yeah, to pass that on to my kids, that's the dream. It's why I moved, to this area and things like that. Like, I'm not giving it up for anyone. That's what I want for them. Right. See you later.